Now let's get the videos of those athletes.
I'm feeling it around 16 men doubles, and I'm going to deliver for you guys. Although you guys have not supported us, you like even the equipment that we got, didn't even come. The times we really have nobody has trained the equipment, nothing. The rackets, nothing. The racket I used to play a tournament. I got it just a day, and I've never tested it. The shoe I was size 47. They gave me 36. How am I going to use it for? We don't sit today. We come to play our matches. We sat in our coach's vehicle, and it was a pickup. So most of us, like 8 players, were in the bucket. We didn't get any transport. We host nation, Ghana. They're born mamu, buying.
So first time saying bicycle. Bicycle na using bicycle. Yang kasi yedi yesikai a toy. And I am before the end of when you buy it. But in your 5, I am sure they are the new figure back. I'm holding out the figure. Or no, any Venus back. Or calling him now, so then I was on for one.
You to clarify what that I'm saying. The riders have been this way for the past 15-20 minutes. There is no ambulance to begin the race, and in cycling without ambulance the race cannot be effective. So you can just imagine all the officials are worried. These are the officials, the PCP and all the officials who can actually make the race happen, and the police and everybody here, everybody is worried and disturbed. Ambulance service needs to be here for the race to commence, and there's no ambulance here. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Oh my Lord.
But we've had some nice athletes also winning some great medals. So we've had for wrestling, for example, and we have Intumi, Madam Intumi also winning greatly. Great athlete she is as well. And in swimming, we picked up a silver medal as well. And so it looks like we're getting something good going. So you find Intumi, Winifred, Intumi. And then in swimming, we picked up the silver medal as well. All right, Mr. Charles Visio, what's your own assessment so far? You look at the highs and the lows.
Okay, thank you. I mean, with this project, and program coming into the country, I think that just as any other country will benefit from it. It is going to boost our tourism, the economy. We are going to have infrastructure legacy in this country. Now, I watched this video, and these are problems that, will probably happen elsewhere, okay? But I'm saddened to the point where it has to be said on radio. But then, those who, I heard about ambulance and all that, these are what organizations were doing that. So I would do an introspection into why, you understand, these happen, and not to project it in a way that will give Ghana bad publicity. Because these are things that can be done. We have over 200 ambulances in this country under this government. I believe that we've held a lot of tournaments here. By the time we didn't have 200 ambulances. So if in the abundance of them, okay, within the country, if somebody is not actually adhering to the tenets of what his or her mandate, then an introspection should be done into it. It's not always all the time that we say it's the government, because the government has given the enabling environment to actually thrive as a unit. Besides that, I heard the gentleman saying that he did not get his racket. Again, who is responsible for that? And I believe that all these teething problems would have been solved by now. This is what I heard this morning. But the larger picture, Ghana winning medals, had it been held somewhere, okay, would we have that, motivation to win those medals? It means that in future tournaments, if we should go elsewhere, these athletes or sports men who are, following suit would have that motivation in the future to win medals. I'm saying this because it got to a time that our football, we used to travel abroad. We've never held tournaments here, and we're sometimes beaten abysmally. In the African continent, we're doing well. I remember the Bochum disaster where we lost 6-1, where they said Samir J only went to watch Effenberg, so we lost 5 goals. I mean, through
a short space of time.
Exactly, you understand. But then it got to a time that we had Abid Pele, Asamoah Gyan, all those coming together, and they were actually able to compete on the international stage. So this, in the long term, is going to actually boost Ghana's the sports industry, because for the past few years, I've realized that our sports was actually dwindling on the global stage. Like lawn tennis, where we had Franco Fori doing, we had names, but we're not hearing them again. Table tennis and all that. So all these sports.
Mr. Charles Monsieur, so my understanding of what you're saying is that we have good facilities, which is good.
Yes.
But we're also given the mandate to host a tournament. And so we have a local organizing committee.
Yes.
Okay. And then you're also saying that Ghana is not bereft of the right sort of human resource to organize this.
No, we do have the human resource.
Good. And you also say that we have the right pedigree because we have precedent. Because we've hosted tournaments before, right?
We have, yes, we have precedents.
Yeah, so of hosting good tournaments.
Yes,
but we've had some...
At that time, we're deficient in certain areas.
All right.
We did not have 200 ambulances. Right. We didn't have to build a whole Olympic stadium.
So you're saying we should blame the individuals who were given delegated authority?
Because people were given responsibilities.
And they were
given benchmarks.
So we should blame them?
I'm not saying blame them. There has to be an introspection. You investigate into it, and then before you find somebody culpable, you understand? I can't just sit here and say blame somebody.
It's good that you mentioned that we've had some good tournaments at least organized here. So, and I participate fully as a fixer for the BBC as well, also covering for TV3 at the time. The 2008 tournament, there was the Dr. Kofi Annan-led local organizing committee. Yeah. And if you look at the way they did their work, the media engagement, other stakeholder engagement, and the way the precision was undertaken in relation with their relationship with CAF for that tournament, nobody complained.
Exactly.
So the question I pose to you, if you look at the way this tournament has started and the concerns that has been raised, do you think that if we relate it to the way we put together the 2008 tournament by the third day, what would be your own observation so far that you think needs to be done well?
You see, first of all, I'm a Ghanaian, okay? So if I sit here and do partisan politics and say that, okay, everything is rosy, then it means that the tournament is going to fail. You understand? I'm speaking as a Ghanaian, and I'm saying that you compared it to 2008 and all that, where we didn't even have a lot of ambulances, you understand? But it was organized well, you understand? These are initial stages. We've never held the All-African Games here. The ones that you're talking about was a football thing, wasn't it? Kofi Annan. It was Can 2008.
I want to get the import of your observation.
It was Can
What's the difference?
No, but what were you talking about? Was it Can 2008?
I'm talking about organization of a tournament.
No, but that was just football. You understand? I'm not actually poo-pooing what you're saying. What I'm saying that was to do with football. And in my conclusion earlier, I mentioned that table tennis has gone down, lawn tennis has gone down, and then I want them to be projected well. You understand? Swimming and all that. I'm saying that was just football. Now it's a whole lot of sports activities. Now, whoever was put in charge, okay, as a Ghanaian, there has to be an introspection. You understand? At the end of the tournament, then we can do that comparison of Kofi Annan and this local organization committee. Because I think that the benchmarks are different, because that was football and there are several sports involved in this one.
Fair response.
Roland, how many minutes do I have?
You have only 4 minutes, sir.
Thank you. I want to use 1 minute to set the record straight. On this platform, Mr. Charles BCJ said the NDC administration spent 1.5 million on STS deal. That's barefaced lies.
We're supposed to pay insurance.
Please. On Ghana Web now, government paid no money to STS on failed housing project. February 13th, Friday, 13th April 2012 is there. And this is Ghana's Ministry of Water Resources, Works and Housing has said no government funds were paid to STL Ghana Limited for the construction. Is there? I mean, a little research. Hold on. A little research would have cured this obvious lies.
I'm talking about insurance.
I'm done with this. I'm done. No monies were paid whatsoever. What's run away? So now let me deal with the substantive matter. You see, this administration.
So he says there was an insurance that was.
Please, there was no payment.
You are denying.
No payment was done. In fact, it was Chairman Sabonsu who went to the floor of Parliament and made this false claim. The Ministry of Works and Housing, as early as April 13, 2012, debunked that assertion, and he never came back. I won't take this de facto.
So that's your response.
Post facto,
please
whatever.
Go. But you have 3 minutes.
Yes. The critical issue had to do with these All-African Games. There's nothing wrong with it.
You've seen the nice facilities.
Please, there's nothing wrong hosting this. Remember that already we have rescheduled it twice because we claim we were not prepared. This government has expended $195 million on, quote-unquote, building infrastructure. What we are reading now does not suggest the kind of expenditure they claim. For instance, they claim that 2 of the halls at the University of Ghana were changed. Mattresses and others were changed at the cost of $60 million.
There was an upgrade. Please use the right phrase.
Which one? What? No, I don't get it. When you say like upgrade of what?
Because
the Rich Hospital is not an upgrade.
It was an upgrade.
It's a complete from foundation to the end. But you see, you go and pick 2 halls at the University of Ghana, right? And say you have upgraded it by changing mattresses, changing beds, at 16 million.
It's not that simple. The air conditions they've been repainted.
Please, have you seen what you are testifying to?
I've been to some of the places.
But government is telling us they've spent $16 million. Do you know what $16 million is? Not only that, we have been told that $48 million is how much they are going to spend in 18 days. My point is this. If you listen to the athletes, the kind of thing that they are saying, in one particular instance, and you heard her, the lady, the gentleman, says that he sat at the bucket of a pickup.
All of them, actually.
At the bucket of a pickup. A government that claims that they've spent $48 million on the internal arrangement. How come that our athletes are having to go to venues in the buckets of what? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Not only that, even basic equipment, to the point that they tell us that an ambulance, even, they could not get either fuel for an ambulance, for that matter, one particular race delayed. The story are out there. And
but Mr. Charles Bisu says that's somebody's responsibility for which the person was irresponsible for. And so the government should not be blamed for it.
Who is the government? The government has a directing mind, legs and ears. That's why people are paid. And so when you have a ministry for youth and sports, right, and they have an oversight responsibility for a project of this nature, there's a local organizing committee as well. If collectively what they have delivered is disaster, we need to talk about it. That is how nations develop. Nations do not develop when you cover up wrongdoing. What you do is that you put it out there so that in future tournaments, we can do better. Can you imagine the sad spectacle in Cape Coast, where one of the games, the light went off? We are making the point. If you have problem with light, come up with the timetable. We will follow it. We will plan our lives around it. But where continuously you are doing things that bring opprobrium, ridicule,
please, what is
to the
opprobrium?
whole, I mean, like disgrace to the whole radical disgrace to the whole country. It is not helpful.
And you've seen the nice. Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
You've seen the nice facilities, and in 30 seconds, you cannot say everything is doom and gloom, right? You have to at least give commendation to the government for the facilities.
You see, we had even stated as early as October last year that if it was possible, looking at the crisis we're going through, we should reschedule this and prepare well. Because all these things are showing a nation that is not prepared, but willing to host this tournament. What more is the motivation? You understand? What more is the motivation? Right. And we should always remember that whatever we do It's about the image of this republic.
Our time is up. Our time is
It's
up.
about the image of this republic.
Please.
Yes. So you wanted to say something.
You can't destroy, this country at this critical moment.
Have you been to the place yourself?
He doesn't know.
No. It's here. Read it.
Yeah. Major upgrade and rehabilitation of the regional hospital, Ridge Accra.
$250 million for HSBC.
It's 250 years. Please, have you been to the place yourself?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you consider that as a new hospital, the place that has been built as a new hospital, or
The name is there. You understand? It's rich. It's an upgrade.
they call it okay? So would you say that it's a new
So was
facility?
it Grace Down and a new one built?
Yes.
But it's here. I'm not going to.
Mr. Charles, you are in this country. Oh?
No, but I'm not going to play with this. This is Ministry of Health.
Yeah, that is the wording they call it, an upgrade, which is fair because there was an existing hospital. But what is built is a new one.
Efia Nkwanta Hospital, yeah?
Mr. Charles, I'm asking you a question.
Yes.
Don't take me to Efia Nkwanta. So
Yes.
it's basic. I'm asking you, have you been there?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So would you say that the new facility which has been built, ultra modern, and we've done a number of reports right here on TV3 today, is a new facility, whether it's called an upgrade of Ridge, etc., but it's a new hospital?
So, Roland, I will go by this.
Okay.
It is Ridge Hospital. It has been upgraded.
Okay.
If it was upgraded 99%, it is still Ridge Hospital. He's saying that it's a new hospital, and I'm saying that similar things are being done at Efia Nkwanta.
All right.
If we go and cut short and then put pickers and say we're building a new hospital and it's written, I will go by that.
You say it should be renamed new. Or...
No, I haven't said that.
Okay. Now, Kwesi Nkansa from Atonsu says, the government has done a lot for this country. Even the tournament in itself speaks volumes. I go with Charles Bissio. There are people who have been given responsibility and they should be queried as quickly as possible so that we don't see the mishap that has accompanied this. But the government should also be given credit. We shouldn't always be negative. Kwesi Nkansa from Atonsu. Thank you for the message. Elliot Wogbe says, the silence of Dr. Mahmoudou Bawumia, the Vice President and flag bearer of the MP, regarding the commissioner of the National Cathedral, has left many Ghanaians deeply disappointed. All right. And then Osei Danso. Osei Danso is giving this message from Crowfoam. Okay, Crowfoam. And so it says, no matter what is done, the NDC will never see any good in the Akufo-Addo-led government. Serious investments have been made. The country is in crisis. COVID and Russia-Ukraine war is the reason. What else do they want to hear? And then also we have Evans Dinkro saying, let's get serious in the scandal. Does the work you see at the cathedral today look like $58 million? Roland, ask that question of Mr. Charles Bissio. I wish I had the time, then I can ask.
It's curious.
You
want government
please. Kizito, Tema East constituency. So Kizito from Tema East, when all MPP communicators stop blaming, when will MPP communicators stop blaming their woeful failure on COVID and Russia-Ukraine war? The COVID, which gave Ghana more funds, and we even met our revised tax revenue for the year. We should stop populist approaches. And then we have other messages as well. Well, we'll have to bring you next sports, but again, we'll tell you can cash out. It goes with the Shoko staff 439 hash. And Mr. Charles Bissio is the parliamentary candidate for Isikado Kitan. I believe that all constituents of Isikado Kitan, if you look at cash out star 439 hash, you will be in a good position to be one of the winners for today. So you just have to choose option 2 for cash out star 439 hash. And wherever you're watching us from, please make sure that you cash out big right here on TV3 New Day. So we're going to have the draws before we come to a close this morning. And then also Edwiji Tamakulu, I'm sure we'll have to hurry up and go and do some work. Mr. Charles Bissio, thank you very much. Edwiji, thank you very much. It's been a nice, fruitful discussion, agreements and disagreements. But for those of you who are online, also giving us more messages, we thank you so much for these messages as well, and the interactions we've been able to do on our streams as well. So thank you very much. Obrimpong Kaba, Evans Ibn Samba, all of you, good morning to you. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.